Hello! So I just want to say that I'm actually quite surprised at the amount of positive feedback, positive comments, positive conversation we are having in my latest video, which is my previous video yesterday. Yes, that video is in Bahasa Indonesia, so if you're not an Indonesian user language speaker, then I'm sorry, you might not understand the video. In that video I talked about how much Unilever supports LGBT and all that stuff, and a lot of you were giving back a lot of positive feedback, which I'm very surprised of because it is a controversial topic when it comes to Indonesia. And then some of them also don't agree with what I have to say, but you guys were able to have a respectful, polite conversation in the comment section, which made me just so happy, to be honest. So I'm glad. And a lot of you really like these kind of discussion videos, you know, like you guys like it when we talk about some random topic, just, you know, it's kind of like a one-on-one session, and you guys really like that. So I thought, you know what, why not make another one? So as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be about bullying. Personally, obviously, I am not a psychologist, psychiatrist, any of that. I'm just speaking based off my experience and how I dealt with those kind of issues, because I'm pretty sure everybody has dealt with bullying in their life before. If you have not dealt with bullying, I am quite jealous. So here I am just going to be telling you guys about kind of like my bullying experience, how I dealt with it, and yada yada. So obviously I moved to Indonesia in 5th grade. If you don't know, I am half Malaysian, half Indo. I lived in Malaysia beforehand. Oh, someone's making a guest appearance. Anyway, so I moved to Indonesia when I was in 5th grade, but I also want to say that when I was in Malaysia, I myself have dealt with bullying before. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm actually kind of confused on how I'm going to try to tell you the story, because I don't know how, I myself don't know how I'm going to tell this story. But I guess ever since like middle school, like, you know, like SD, I've always dealt with bullying because, you know, I'm not like the typical guys. I'm not like other guys. That's like a cliche, but when I say that, I kind of mean it, because I am not like the typical social normal guy where, you know, like the norm basically. I'm not like masculine guys. I don't like sports. God, I do not like sports at all. Every time when we have PE class, you know, physical education class, I always dread that class. Kayak males aja, harus kayak main olahraga tuh, aduh malas banget deh pokoknya. A lot of the people in my class, the guys in my class, like to talk about football, sports. I was never interested. I'm not even educated about that kind of stuff. So I was always an outcast. But I'm grateful that my school has a good low tolerance when it comes to bullying. I've dealt with bullying, but I've never dealt something so extreme like a lot of people have said in the internet. So I'm grateful for that. I still have, you know, dealt with bullying like almost everyone in this entire planet have. So my issue was that I'm obviously not like manly. I'm not the typical guy that likes to play sports. My mindset is liberal. I'm not a conservative at all. I like to dye my hair. I have a nose piercing. So I guess the main issue that people used to bully me was because I was a little bit more feminine, and I honestly, they're not lying. Me myself, I do embrace it, because like the more people call you that, the more people bully you about that, there's this thing where you kind of get used to it. And is he just leaving? How fucking rude. When you've been called or bullied with those words like faggot or whatever, yada yada yada, you just get used to it, and at some point, sometimes you don't even feel offended by it anymore. I've been called that since I was 5th grade, so, you know, since I moved to Indonesia, so it's not that surprising if someone's gonna comment that on my videos. Fast forward, I don't know what you guys call it in America, but in Indonesia we call it SMP, which is like 7th grade until 9th grade, 7th grade until 9th grade. I guess in that period of time is where I got my most intense bullying, if you want to call that. So there was a time where I was being shaded by my entire class, the guys in my class, because my class was all guys, and we have like 2 separate classes, all girls, all guys. I know, so fucking sexist and annoying, but I had that, and they would shade that because I am close with the girls. A lot of them, they get jealous, and then one of them is dating one of my friends, and, you know, they all get jealous. They shaded me in front of my teacher, who is my counseling teacher, and I knew for a fact I was the one that was being talked about, because, you know, it's pretty obvious who else in the class. So definitely I felt like an outcast or like an outsider, because obviously they did it on purpose. Note though, we are all good. My friends and I are all great. We've resolved it. I have come to just accept it and really don't give a shit. Now fast forward a bit. I'm just giving you this backstory so that you guys know that I've actually dealt with this when I was younger. Fast forward, now I am in college, and also I have a YouTube channel. Now the fun thing about YouTube is that I'm able to interact and share stuff and share content and share my opinions and stuff with a lot of people who I probably don't even know. Like a lot of you I don't know. I really don't know who the hell you guys are, but a lot of you comment your opinions back. blah blah blah. So the great thing is that I get to interact with people I've never met. I get to interact with people from places that are far and with different time zones, blah blah blah. But here comes the fun part. The fun part is that a lot of people also leave a lot of hate and negativity. And when I say hate and negativity, I don't mean like contrastic or like opinion contra gitu. Like, you are allowed to have an opinion that disagrees with me, or like if you have an opinion that you disagree with what I state, that's completely fine. We live in a world with a lot of people with different opinions, but what I don't like is the way people try to say it. A lot of the time, when people don't like something, they don't talk about the topic, but instead they like to attack the person that talks about the topic, you know? The worst thing about it is that a lot of people use like fake accounts, or like accounts that has no face, like no picture, no full name. So basically just they are saying a lot of mean shit to me with an account that has no identity. So basically they're covering, you know, can't think of it like as if like they're wearing a hood or like a mask. They have the audacity to say mean stuff, but they're scared to show their identity, which is such clown shit. And especially with since one of my videos went going viral, 600,000. For me, that's a lot of views, okay? So don't attack me if you don't think that's viral. But for me, I have only 14k subscribers. The reason I have 14k subscribers is because of that video. So my videos and me, my face, my personality itself was exposed to more people than usual. And of course, not a lot of people are gonna like that, especially if you're different, if you're not following the social norm. A lot of people commented about my nose ring. They're like so offended. Are you a Muslim? And why are you wearing a nose ring? It's none of your fucking business. Get the fuck out. Like, if I was offending something, like if I said something mean about Muslims and blah blah blah, you have the right to comment back. But like, this has nothing to do with you. This is literally not affecting you in any shape or form. But people feel like they have the right to judge or even just say bad things about you. You have the right to like voice out your opinions, but you don't have the right to insult people. That I feel like people, there's like a blur line. Why are you coming back inside? Stop. So in college, I've had this friend who is a guy who I personally view him as one of my close guy friends in college. But then one day he talked to me, told me about that. He told me that his friends or a couple of his friends are like, oh, isn't that the faggot? Like when they were talking about me, and he just like, I think, laughed or something. I don't know, I don't remember the story. And I guess that triggered me a little bit, because I don't mind, no, not that I don't mind, but like I'm so used to people calling it to the point that like it doesn't really affect me anymore. But I guess it makes me upset when, you know, when your friends or people who you think will support you and accept you, blah blah blah, does not even bother to defend you when someone's insulting you behind their back. This friend is most likely never gonna watch this video, so he's not gonna get shaded because he's not gonna even watch it. But I'll be lying if I said I wasn't hurt or offended, because I'm more offended at the fact that my friend himself didn't defend me, if that makes sense. And I know not all friends are going to be able to defend you in every situation, but it would feel nice to know that he had my back if stuff like this happened. Sadly, from this action, we know he does not have my back when it comes to this kind of topic. We're still good friends. I just don't talk to him anymore, because I'm not the type of person to just instantly cut someone out. Because it's, for me personally, because I try my best to be friendly with anyone, any type of person. I don't fucking care if you're a Muslim, if you're a Catholic, if you're an atheist, or if you are gay, lesbian, transgender, non-binary. I don't fucking care about stuff like that. As long as you are kind and respectful to me, honey, we good. We got no beef, honey. So when I try to cut someone out, it's usually like a very slow degrading process. So most of the time I will like, I don't know, like first I start off by not talking to that person that often, and then I try to not hang out with that person that often. I try to kind of like decrease my social interactions through social media with them, and then when time flies by, you'll realize that you're not even, you know, talking to that person anymore, which is probably good if that person is toxic or just not a good friend in general. Now I'm gonna tell you, I guess, how I dealt with all of this shenanigans. It's not an easy process. Words definitely hurt, and I'm expecting more hate or bullying online because, you know, I have this whole channel. So I am definitely expecting more hate if I ever get big again, this channel. But as someone who has an online platform, I always try to delete the comments. Yes, everybody has the right to comment, but as a creator, I am given the chance and also the ability to delete comments if I want to. So I will use that ability to my best hand. Second is that sometimes you just gotta accept who you are. When I say this, it's kind of hard because this point, it took some time for me to accept who I am. I know some stuff are going to be sensitive, like for example, if you were teased fat or overweight, of course you are going to be insecure about your body weight, your image. But at the end of the day, words do have power, words do have consequences, but at the end of the day, you are the one that allow those words to give you that power. Like, you can get offended by those words and you have the right to be offended, and your offended feeling is very much validated. But you can also try your best to build yourself up, like not listen to the haters. If the bad words come in your right ear, it's gonna escape to your left ear. Just build yourself confident and love who you are. Like, if you're overweight, love your fucking body, love your curves and all that stuff. If people say, personally, it's hard for me to identify kind of like the feminine specter of a male or as a man, because I don't identify myself as someone who is very manly. God no, fuck no. But I also don't identify myself as someone who is like very, very feminine, because I have friends who are very, very, very feminine, and he's a dude, and we are pretty much different. But I do identify myself in the middle. Like, I'm right in the middle where I love some aspects of manliness, but I also love some aspects of like feminine stuff, like fashion, outfit, hair coloring, the way I talk. I love and appreciate that so much. I know this video is kind of out of the place because honestly, I don't know if I can even give you tips and tricks on how you can deal with it. Maybe one day when I've actually found the answer, I'll make a video again and, you know, share those tips. But right now, I'm just going with it. I just accept who I am. When people call me the F word, like the faggot word, look, well, if it's like from random strangers online, I rarely get offended. Bahkan gue nggak tersinggung sama sekali kalau dikatain itu di social media, karena kayak, I don't fucking know you, you don't have a profile picture, your name sounds weird, you can't even spell right. So those don't bother me. But of course, but like maybe in real life, it bothers me more, especially when, like, for example, like the story of my friend I told you guys, if they don't like back me up, I feel more sad and upset at my friend for not backing me up rather than the comments itself. So I don't know, maybe I should make a video about toxic friends one day. That's a great topic actually. But yeah, I know this video is really messy. It's just, I guess I kind of want to get curhat, kind of like vent out my feelings. And if you guys have your bullying experience, please let me know in the comments. I want to share them with me. Like, this little space we got in this YouTube channel is a great place for you to vent out. Tell me about your bullying experience. How did you dealt it, if you were able to, you know, tips and tricks. I would much appreciate that. And also, what did you learn from all of this? I think what I learned from all of this is that I've grown to be much more confident with myself on how I look. I literally have a ponytail. I'm wearing a necklace. Hello. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This is so fucking messy, but I honestly enjoy making these kind of videos. They're really fun to just talk to the camera, because in real life I'm not talking to anyone, so I'm just venting out. But like, I love when I upload these videos, a lot of you are gonna comment, and I love the conversations we have going on in the comment section. So like, comment, subscribe, comment down below. Don't forget to press the bell notification button so you guys can get notified every time I upload a new video. And I think so maybe next week we'll talk about toxic friendships if you want me to talk about that. And yeah, and I'll see you next time on my next video. Bye.